Hello and welcome to the Baron's Game Room. I'm Aaron as always, and let's get on with this week's video. I guess I'm unintentionally doing the theme of just easy games for me to explain this month because I keep having things come up on my normal filming days, so I keep having to do these on the days that I work. So with that in mind, let's talk about The Mind. Ooh. The Mind is a card game for 2 to 4 players by Pandasaurus. It says 20 minutes, and it says 8 and up. Sure? In The Mind, players are attempting to play all the cards from all of their hands down to the center of the table in an ascending order without talking. This is equally just as simple and also harder than you think at the same time. The setup will vary a bit depending on player count and how difficult you want to make the game, but in general, you'll place your stack of level cards going in order 1 to 12 somewhere on the table. You are going to put out a certain number of lives in front of you on the table. The ones you're not using can be set back off in the supply or the box or whatever. And then you'll start off with a ninja star and then just set the rest off to the side. You might get those later. Then you're going to give the deck a good shuffle. Oh crap. And then deal every player a number of cards equal to whatever level you're on. So on level 1, you'll deal each player 1 card. Level 2, you'll deal each of them 2 cards, and so on and so forth until you reach the end of the levels. Like I said earlier, once you've got all the cards dealt out, every player just sort of focuses their minds together and then starts playing cards to the center of the table. Face up, again, trying to make sure that the cards they play down are always in sequential order, so that the next one is always higher than the last one. And as long as you manage to do that, hey, I remembered it. You win the round. However, if you end up messing up and someone plays down a higher number than the current lowest card in players' hands, you have failed. If you fail, you're going to take one of your live cards and throw it back off to the side. If you lose all your life cards, then you guys have lost the game. However, anytime you succeed, you're going to simply take the level card and toss it off to the side, or maybe the bottom, or whatever, and go on to the next level card. Some level cards will have little pictures out the bottom. Those are rewards you get for completing the level. So once you successfully complete level 2, you will get another ninja star that you can use. Level 3 gets you a life back. And again, so on and so forth until you complete all the levels. If you and your group manage to complete all of the levels, then you have successfully beaten the Mind. Now, I keep showing these little things, but I haven't talked about them yet. What these do is, if everyone agrees to use one, your team can all stop and agree to use one throwing star, and at that point, everyone will discard the lowest card they have in their hand. You'll just simply, everyone grabs the lowest card and discards it off to the side. The point of this is to sort of get an idea of where everyone's hands are. If you know what their lowest card is, you know everything they have is at least above that number. And once everyone's discarded that card away, you'll simply recollect yourself and then start playing cards out again. Alright? And the game really is just that simple. It's simple to the point that I'm not even really sure how much of a game it really is. It has a thing in there where it kind of tells you about how you're supposed to go about playing this game. Essentially, it tells you that it's not about counting, because if you just count, then it becomes very easy. Kind of, because also everyone sort of has their own internal clock. So if you're just kind of going by counting, suddenly your partner is counting a lot faster or slower than you, and that can kind of throw off how the whole thing goes. They tell you it's just sort of about feeling and all that, but I mean, I don't know. It really is a game where all you're doing, you don't communicate in any way. You just sort of go, okay, 5. You don't say the thing. I'm just, telling you a card, and that's it. That's the whole game and all that. It's a little weird to get into because of how sort of anti-gamey it feels at first, but once I kind of got used to it, I did have some fun with it. It's an easy one, being just a little card box you can take out. Doesn't take up a lot of table space. It's kind of easy to carry with you. We've played it while out getting dinner and stuff and all that. It's not bad. Components are really basic. You got a deck of exactly 100 cards, because it's just 1 to 100. You've got a few of these lives, these throwing stars. Why are they throwing stars? I have no idea. Because I guess the creators just like throwing stars. They think they're cool. I don't know. And then you have these. Honestly, if there's anything I have an issue with, it's these. I mean, it's all just cards. I guess it's no big deal. But these are just really unnecessary. Like, you really could have replaced this with just, I don't know, one card that had, like, the levels on it and like on the front and back, and if you got prizes for completing any of them. I mean, but I guess also this is really the only place in the game where you get art, and it's kind of funny art. Sometimes it's just sort of a rabbit doing some stuff. Sometimes it's kind of psychic-y. Sometimes he's just being silly. Again, there's like ninja swords and stuff. They seem to really like ninja stuff with this. So I don't know. It's kind of a little fun to the game. I remember this game being really popular when it first came out, and on some level I get it. It's definitely one of those games that's kind of a, okay, just one more time kind of game, because it's so easy, again, to throw down and start playing. You mess up, and because you just know you can do it, right? It's almost like a good dexterity game. When you mess up on a good dexterity game, you just got to try again, because you know you can do it. You just got to, one more time. This time I'm going to nail it. And that's kind of how this game feels. It's sort of just something that feels so easy that you know you can do it, so let's just do it again until you inevitably get very frustrated and go, I don't want to play this game anymore. But, I mean, I've got no reason to say it's not approved, but also, I don't super love it to want to say it. I guess the mind can be entertaining, it's wholly inoffensive, it's very accessible, it's Baron approved?